top stories, Deputy Prime Minister Temesgen Teruna calls for bold investment in education. And diplomats praise Ethiopia's tourism potential. Hello and welcome to EBC World, the voice of Pan-Africanism. With the news, I'm Tabitha John. Do stay with us. The Innovation Africa 2025 Conference on Education, Technology and Skills officially kicked off in Addis Ababa, Ethiopia. The event is organized by Ethiopia's Ministry of Education, Ministry of Innovation and Technology, and Ministry of Labor and Skills in collaboration with African Brains. Speaking during the opening of the summit, Deputy Prime Minister Temesgen Teruna has called for bold investment and visionary action in education to drive Africa's transformation, emphasizing that education remains the foundation of progress and the engine of lasting change. Temesgen underscored the urgent need to equip Africa's growing youth population with the skills and knowledge needed to compete and lead in a rapidly changing global landscape. Highlighting Ethiopia's own efforts, the Deputy Prime Minister noted that the country is working to become a hub for education and skills development by investing in new schools, improving infrastructure and expanding digital connectivity. While acknowledging the progress made, Temesgen emphasized that much work remains to be done. The Innovation Africa 2025 Summit is expected to deliver actionable outcomes that will strengthen education systems, empower communities and unlock the potential of millions of young Africans. Deputy Prime Minister Temesgen Teruna has reiterated that Ethiopia's police force is not only a guardian of law and order, it is also a symbol of excellence in sports. The 5th edition of the East Africa Police Chiefs Cooperation Organization, AAPCO Games, is well underway in the capital Addis Ababa. Speaking at the opening ceremony, the Deputy Prime Minister said more than a century ago, Ethiopia became a pioneer for the continent by establishing one of Africa's first modern police institutions. Over the past 7 years, through bold reforms, the Ethiopian Federal Police has reborn stronger, more independent and more efficient, the Deputy Prime Minister added. Through the Omedla Sports Club, it has produced athletes who have raised Ethiopia's flag high on the world stage, reminded all that discipline, teamwork and perseverance know no boundaries, Temesgen noted. Ethiopian Federal Police Commissioner General Demelash Gebremikael, for his part, has disclosed that these games are not solely concentrated on winning or losing, he said, adding it is fundamentally aimed at promoting peace and security among member states of the East Africa Police Chiefs Cooperation Organization. Ethiopia and Russia have expressed a shared commitment to deepen their cooperation in the fields of culture, arts and sports, aiming to strengthen diplomatic ties and promote greater people-to-people connections. Ethiopia's Minister of Culture and Sports, Shawit Shanka, held discussions with the ambassador of the Russian Federation to Ethiopia, Yevgeny Terekin. The meeting focused on opportunities for collaboration that would leverage Ethiopia's rich cultural heritage and Russia's experience in cultural promotion. During the talks, both sides emphasized the importance of cultural diplomacy in enhancing mutual understanding and supporting broader bilateral relations. Ambassador Terekin reaffirmed Russia's readiness to assist Ethiopia in promoting its cultural and artistic legacy, particularly among BRICS member countries. According to Ethiopia's Ministry of Culture and Sports, the two sides agreed to work towards signing a memorandum of understanding to formalize cooperation initiatives. Planned projects are expected to focus on cultural exchanges, joint artistic programs, and sports development efforts. Welcome back. The Grand Ethiopian Renaissance Dam GERD will not only help East African nations gain access to electricity, but also foster regional development by creating a ripple effect of economic benefits across the region. Participants of the Welding Federation of Africa TWF Africa conference recently held in Addis Ababa said. Tigos Sarnesa has the following from the Ethiopian news agency.
Participants of the Welding Federation of Africa TWF Africa conference that recently held in Addis Ababa have highlighted that the Grand Ethiopian Renaissance Dam GERD will not only help East African nations gain access to electricity but also foster regional development by creating a ripple effect on economic benefits across the region. Speaking to Ethiopian news agency TWF Africa Executive Director Ayo Adeniyi emphasized the importance of collaboration among African nations, noting that no country can thrive in isolation. In this regard, the GERD will promote a symbiotic relationship that enhances regional cooperation when it generates sufficient energy for neighboring countries.
Ethiopia for years has earned a reputation for building dams. It's commendable if they're able to generate enough energy and they are sharing it across their sister countries. I think it's commendable. It should be encouraged. Because if you look deep very well, there are also things which those countries also share with Ethiopia. It's a symbiotic relationship. They all complement each other, and that is the way Africa should grow. So yes, Ethiopia should share the energy, and it kind of complements the integrated Africa movement, which we are all talking about. That look, Africa should align its capabilities to develop further and create jobs and opportunities and a better life for its citizens.
On her part, Acting Executive Director for South African Institute of Welding Federation, Confidence Likowane, said the GERD is set to become one of the largest hydraulic facilities in the world, underscoring the project's potential impact on energy availability in Africa.
Electricity is one of the scarce sources in Africa, and I think the generation of electricity through this hydro, it's leading through. It's a way of us making sure that we are using green energy to source our power, and you guys will be in a position, or Ethiopia will be in a position to distribute this to neighboring countries and assist neighboring countries to make sure that they have electricity.
The acting director further underscored that the role of GERD in shaping the future of energy in Africa has become increasingly clear, underlining the importance of unity and cooperation in achieving a sustainable and integrated Africa.
A delegation of ambassadors and representatives from international organizations highlighted Ethiopia's untapped tourism potential during a visit to the UNESCO-inscribed Bale Mountains National Park. The trip, organized by Ethiopia's Ministry of Tourism in collaboration with UNESCO, aimed to showcase the country's natural and cultural riches to the diplomatic community. Jerusalem Betza has the following.
The Bale Mountains National Park in Ethiopia, a UNESCO World Heritage Site renowned for its diverse ecosystems and unique biodiversity, including the highest peaks in the southern Ethiopian highlands. The trip, organized by Ethiopia's Ministry of Tourism in collaboration with UNESCO, aimed to showcase the country's natural and cultural reach to the diplomatic community. Among the diplomats visited the Bale Mountains National Park sites, British Ambassador to Ethiopia described the park as truly inspiring, emphasizing its unique biodiversity and serene landscapes.
I'm very glad to be here, and I'm very grateful to the Tourism Ministry for bringing me to experience this wonderful part of Ethiopia. The landscape is truly inspiring. There's a real rugged beauty here and a sense of peace and calm as well. We've been learning about all the different wildlife that makes its home here, many species which are found only in this part of the world.
Romanian Ambassador to Ethiopia, Julia Petiki, a self-professed mountains enthusiast, called her first visit to Bale stunning, particularly noting sightings of endemic wildlife like the Niala.
It's my first visit to Bale, and the landscape is stunning. It's absolutely stunning. So I wasn't expecting that, and I never saw a Nyala. So I'm really happy to see in it. You know, I was accredited in Kenya before, so I went to lots of safaris. But this is different and more interesting because you have a huge country.
South African ambassador to Ethiopia also said South Africa and Ethiopia have enjoyed strong bilateral relations, especially on tourism as well, besides everything else.
For me, I'm very thrilled to be here and be able to be an ambassador to Ethiopia. Yesterday we had a very beautiful day where we were able to see the Ethiopian nyalas and many other endemic species. Today we even saw many other species, and I'm very pleased to see that this place is being developed so that as South Africa and Ethiopia and the countries in the BRICS can visit each other, to promote tourism, economic development.
Rita Bithonouth, UNESCO representative to Ethiopia, celebrated Bale's 2023 addition to the World Heritage List, calling the park beyond expectations for its lush greenery and thriving wildlife.
This is my first time in Bali Mountains. I've never been to this part of the world. This is my second posting in Ethiopia, and I've been here for the past 3 years. I had the last posting before, but I had never come to this part of the world. And I'm so happy and so honored to come to Bali Mountains. I totally now understand why Bali Mountains has just been inscribed as the 13th site for Ethiopia in the UNESCO World Heritage Site. I think what is most amazing here is the landscape. The landscape is so varied. I mean, this is totally unreal. This is, where we are right now, we are at Tulu Dinutu, 4,377 meters. We come down where it was totally green. We come up here, this is like a moon landscape. And this is really the beauty of Ethiopia, to have such varied landscape from the north to the south to the west to the east, and this is what makes Ethiopia beautiful.
Ethiopia's State Minister of Tourism, Seleshi Girma, reiterated the sector's centrality to the nation's homegrown economic reform agenda. With about 17 UNESCO World Heritage Sites and over 10 national parks, he stressed the importance of promoting Ethiopia's tourism sector to the international community.
Following the homegrown economic reform agenda, there are lots of great initiatives we have achieved so far. So the Gabata projects, and the private sector is also equally investing a lot in the tourism sector. So having all this investment, we need to push the promotion as well. It's wise to show them the park and push them to assist us in promoting this national park. We are not only doing it for Bale, we are doing the same thing. We had ambassadors visit in the past, like 2 times in Lalibela and also in other parts of the country. So we will frequently do that, because the more we show the whole part of our country, it will be wise to show them how naturally endowed we are, how rich history we have, and how culturally diversified also we are.
You're watching ABC World, a quick reminder of the stories making headlines. Deputy Prime Minister Temesgen Terune calls for bold investment in education. And diplomats praise Ethiopia's tourism potential. That's all we had for now. I'm Tabitha John. Thank you so much for watching. Goodbye for now.